Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Had something in my eye this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Anya. Good morning, Gurpreet. Ramez, good morning. Ranch Miami, hello. Jade, good morning. Richard and Travis over there on the YT, good morning to you. We got the hanging lights this morning, everybody. We got them hanging lights this morning. Yes, it is. Famous New York, good morning to you. Gio, hello. Tommy Bautista. Yaya, hello, Yaya. Candy. Hello, my Candy. Got some new stuff here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. The trucking chef, good morning to you. Good to see you. K. Braden, Marcus, yes. Gurpreet, there he is. Thank you, Gurpreet. Thank you, Will. Will the Thrill. Gurpreet, the trucking. Will, we're going to go over your question here this morning. Good morning, everybody. Good job, Famous. Good morning, my beautiful traders. As you're coming in, TAP, that screen over there on the tubes as well. All right, so what do we got this morning? Miss Market. All right, Miss Market, whether you like it or not, that 8 is too far from that 20. Too far, okay? Remember we talked about this last week? Now, we're sitting on the 8 here. We're sitting on the 8, but we got a double top up here. So we're going to mark out this double top here at 689, 690 area. All right. Maybe hit that double top and come back to the 20. We'll see what's going on. We don't know. We don't care, to be honest with you, because all we're doing is trading our setups. We are going to put our whip zones in here in a second. Mr. Dave with the $9.99. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We're on every day. Shelly Stringer, good morning to you. All right, folks, let's get this party started. Shelly, John, yes. Good morning. My name is Voss. I've been doing this a long time. Just follow, learn, and listen. Welcome to all our new VIP members from this weekend. Holy moly, did we have a lot of you. So get in there, start working hard, start learning. A lot of you joined on Saturday. You should already know a lot more than you already have, okay? So we're going to put in our whip zone. All we ask that you do is donate if and when you can. Tap that button, get those likes up, and share the live. We got 2 shares, share and repost. Let's go. Currently, we are in a bearish neutral state. We're in position 2 here to the upside on the SPY. Remember, we got our daily double top up here at 689. Good, Famous. Good to see you. So mark that out, 689, 690 level, but you are in a bearish neutral state, okay? Bearish neutral state. Now, for Will, this would be position 1 right here, okay? That's position 1. That would be your 2, and that would be your 3, okay? Real quick on that. But we'll go over this more in detail in the VIP live training tomorrow night. We're now going to put our support levels in, okay? We also have a 200 right here you're flirting with on the 5, currently on SPY to the upside. But we're going to go over that in a second. Then you have one on the 15 here as well. So we are going to go over all of this for you in 1 second. All right, here we go. So we know we are in a bearish neutral state. This is Miss Market. You can always see the symbol that we are on right here and the time frame in the background, okay? Nice and clear for all my beautiful traders. We have a 15 granddaddy right here at 684.43. We got a granddaddy right here as well at 685. So we're stuck in between granddaddies here. So we need to get over this granddaddy, okay? Retest 685 for a move up to 689. You can't do anything until that happens. You're also in a bearish neutral state. So while don't chase this to the upside today, traders. Do not, by any circumstance, chase that candle because it's going to pull back 9 out of 10 times to retest 685 because we are in a bearish state. So while that's retesting, this 20 will start coming up. Once this 20 and 200 become narrow and you retest that level, then you have room clearly up to 689 where this double top will be waiting for you up here on the daily. All right, so make sure you know that. Back under 680, because we got to give you levels to the upside and downside because of the market cycle, you'll have room down to this 200 right here, the hourly 200 at 676. Mark this down, please, on the SPY. All right, very good. Now let's go over to the Qs. The Qs were pretty much in the same situation here, kind of. We're in a bearish neutral state. We're in position 1 to the upside right now on the Qs. Our first level of resistance on the Qs is going to be up here at 620.50. Now, we do have a pivot here, all right? You see that pivot right there on the 5-minute? If that's a whole number, which it is, 618, we have to mark it, okay? Because whole numbers are major psychological support and resistance levels. We also have more resistance up here at 623, but we'll pull it back and tell you all about it here in a second. We are now going to mark our major support levels. You have a triple bottom there at 598.50. So as we pull this back, you need to get above 618 for a move up to 620.50 and then 623 here on the Qs. Back under the whip zone of 615.76, you'll have room down to 612 this morning on the Qs. Let's go, let's go. We got 5 hanging light left. 5 hanging light here on this beautiful holiday month of December. Netflix, let's go. Netflix, let me put that on. Okay. Here we go on the flicks of net. What do we got? We got a narrow state. We got position 1 on Netflix currently right now. Narrow state position 1 alert on Netflix. We're going to throw an alert out here on Netflix. Looks pretty good here this morning. Let's put our levels in. What in the world are you waiting for? All right, Netflix, let's pull it back to the execution time frame. Narrow state, we got an alert out here on this. Position 1, we got room up to $97. First stop, first level of resistance up there will be $97. $98 will be your second stop after a retest on a Netflix to the downside under $94.62. Boom, got room down to $92. Mark it out, everybody. We don't, right now you're in position 1 to the upside right here. But we don't care if we stay there. If this comes back through the whip zone, we don't care. We'll take it out of position 1 down here. Where you trade up or down, that's irrelevant. All right? If you were biased just to the long side, that's probably 50% of your trading issues, okay? Good morning, Total Drama. Ryan Diaz. Good morning. Ramez. Good morning. Robin Hood. Let's go. Robinhood currently right now, we are in a neutral state and we are in the whip zone here on Robinhood. Right now, we're going to mark out our major support and resistance. We pull it back to the execution time frame. We are in a narrow neutral state. We're in the whip zone. Above 121, you got room up to 122 here on Hood. And then 125 on Robinhood to the upside. Back under 118.54, you have room down to 112.50. AMD, let's do it. It is Monday. It's a new week in the markets. Will this week be like last week for you? What have you done over the weekend to make sure this week in the market won't be like last week in the market? Did you do nothing? Because you're probably going to do worse than you did last week. Did you join an education community and start learning? Doesn't have to be ours. Did you do something to educate yourself on how to become a better trader? Because if not, Groundhog Day all over again, right? Let's go. Double bottom here, 195. All right, AMD, we are in a bearish neutral state. We are in the whip zone above 213.39. We have room up to 216. First stop, 216, 218, and then 229 here on AMD this morning, my traders. Under 209.66, we got room down to 195. David McCarty, welcome aboard. Kevin Curtis, great job, brother. Great job. NVIDIA. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on NVIDIA. Remember this, traders. Whatever you got going on in your life, we all got stuff going on. All right, we all do. Some days it's harder than others for most. So, someone always has it worse than you. It's very, very important to understand that. You always have to say to yourself when you're having a rough time right now, it's another hill I'm going to climb. That's all. You've climbed hills before. You've gotten over things in your life, we don't know what that is, but it's a hill you had to climb. So when you have stuff happen in life again, it's just another hill you're going to climb. You've done it already. You've done it already, okay? Here we go on NVIDIA. We are in a neutral state whip zone above 177.50. We got room up to 179, 182, and 186 to the upside here on NVIDIA. Under 174.62, you got room down to 169.50. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sheffrey, I've been doing this for 20 years. 20 years. Still got water in my ear from my shower. Apple. There's not a pivot I can't see. About 10 years ago, I could never see a pivot because I would always run into them. Yes, it is. Now the pivots are my bitch. Let's go, Apple. Right now on Apple, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone here currently on Apple. Watch out, Apple. Just like we did with Tesla last week, okay? Listen to me. Alert on Apple. Alerts. Did I say that enough? Above 279, we have room up to 280 and then 281 on Apple. Under 276, get under the whole number. Boom. 274 on Apple. Tracy, it's one of these, everybody, on Apple today. Okay. Coin. We got another one. Coin, narrow, whip zone. Let's go. Alert. On Coin, it looks mighty delicious this morning. Yes. Oh, the Coin-a-rooney. All right, let's pull it back. What do we got on Coin? Narrow whip zone above 273. We got room up to 278. Got a double top up here. 278. Watch that double deuce. Under 266.84. You got room down to 263.50. 261 and then 258. Mark it down. IWM, Jessica Pilach, love. Yes, John McGarvey. Paulo, thank you so much. Christina Zan, Mr. Dave, Gilly. Thank you for all those amazing. We got 3 more hanging lights. Let's go. What were we doing? IWM. Yeah, traders. And this has nothing to do with trading. I mean, it can if that is what your problem is. But there are many things in your life that you have gone through adversity. Nobody has ever not gone through some type of adversity. It's impossible. And just like that, you'll get through it again. But you got to fight. You got to fight. Okay? It's easy to give up. It's easy to throw in the towel. But the question I always ask myself is, and I do this all the time, if I throw in the towel and I give up, I know a week from now, I'm going to bounce back again. But why am I going to wait that week? Let me not throw in a towel and bounce back right now. Why wait a week? We are at a neutral state. We are in position 1. Bearish neutral. Bullish position. Going to be choppy at the open. You got room up to 258. 258 on IWM. Under 253.45, we got room down to 250, 250. And then 250, hold number. We'll come back to SPY, Jay. Don't worry, brother. Google. Let me put these in, and then we are going to see what we got here. Bam. All right, Google, this is what we got. We are in a narrow state. Yes. We are in position 1. Yes. On Google. All right. We got room up to this 200, 314. That'll be your first stop on Google. And then 317 on Google. Back under 309.50, you got room down to 307. And then under 307 with that glorious retest, 301.50. We're going to head over to Miss Market, the SPY. She runs the show. All right, SPY, you pull this up. What do you say to yourself? You look at the characteristics of this setup right now on SPY. You're going to look at the state, you're going to look at the position, and you're going to look at your support and resistance levels. And what do you say to yourself about SPY? I want you to go through it right now in your mind and not have to just rely on me. What do you see here about SPY? Dad bod, there he is. John McGarvey. Yes. Give me more, John. McGarvey, give me more. Bearish neutral. Give me more, baby. Come on, you got this. Don't be afraid, guys. Put it in the chat. What do you got? Whether you're right or wrong. Think through it. What do you got? That's how you're going to get better. Bear state, bullish position. Yes, Christina Zan. Give me more, baby. Give me more. What about a bear state, bullish position? Right? We're in position 2. Bear state. What does that mean? Going to be choppy. Be patient. Yes, Kevin Curtis. We got room up to 689, that double top, but we want to be narrow before we take that on. All right? Be narrow, my beauties. Okay? Under 680, under the whole number, you got room down to 676.39 there. 676.39 on the SPY. You got to know the characteristics of your stock immediately. Okay? We're going to do QCOM right now. Watch. As we pull this up, you should know immediately. Let me make sure everything's off. Bearish neutral state. Whip zone. Boom. Now what do you say to yourself? We got to get out of the whip zone. Yes. That's step number 1. Whip zone. You're in it. Bearish neutral state. Okay? 5-minute looks delicious. 15-minute. Boom. Support right there. Whammo. We got a triple top up here at 188. All right? And then boom. Support there at 172. You go back to your execution time frame. Above the whip zone of 180, coming off that whole number, we got room up to that triple top. 183. All right, 183. What do we got here to the downside? Are we going to short this under the whip zone? Boom, into 176.63. You want to take that short on? Into that whole number? Into that pivot of 176.63? Because the odds on QCOM is you're going to get a tail, a wick at 176.63. You're going to reject off 177. All right? But we don't want to take that on. We want to let, now look, the give back bar here, you could take on because you're under the pivot. But you could also wait for the retest and then hammer that thing to the downside. Okay, traders? Then you hammer it down to 172. This is a waiting game. You're waiting. Okay? Act like you're in battle with the market. You are in battle. You're setting up and looking at the characteristics of your stock. Every 2 seconds, are you going to say with your army, charge? No, you're not going to last long in that battle. But if you wait, look at the characteristics, wait for a mismarket to set up your setups, and then charge, you're going to last longer. Above 180, 183, okay? Under 176.63, 172. What else are we looking at? Tesla. Yeah, on Tesla. Right now, we're in a neutral state. We're in position 2, currently on Tesla. What do we got here? Bam. 471 is a doozy. 471 is a doozy. All right. All right, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. Tesla, I do not want to go long into this resistance up here. This is major resistance. 471 to 474. Okay? I'm not taking this on out of position 2 because, look, my channel is not even that big here. So I'm not going to go long out of position 2 in a neutral state there. I would be looking more this way at the open. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. This is our move to the upside. What are we looking for? 464 to the downside. Under 464, you're coming through the wickets to the downside. Everybody got that? Do we got that, my beauties? 464 is your 50%. Let's go. Let's hammer some roses. Hold on, let me get it set up, my beautiful traders. All right, the roses are up. Also, our VIP is open. We had a lot of them this weekend. This is where you're going to learn how to trade the right way. Finally, if you came across me for the first time this morning, you got lucky. Here you go. This is where we go for the VIP. Right there. That's where you go. Write it down or click it in the profiles. Davion, Life Wonders. All right, so we are not taking that on. 464 is your retracement level. Let's go over to Meta. Look at these levels. I mean, come on, guys. Bam, 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 bam. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. We are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on Meta. Bam, right there. Look at that sucker, Granddaddy. Don't you hate when he's lurking? Hate when Granddaddy's out there lurking around. All right, here we go on Meta. Meta, we got a lot of resistance here. Above 646, we got room up to 648. That'll be your first stop. 649, 650, 651. All whole numbers going up the board here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch your whole numbers on Meta. Under the whip zone, 642.57. We got room down to 641. That'll be your first stop. And then 639 on Meta. Do we live? No, you'll just copy. We love TikTok Shop. Who loves TikTok? Everyone, hashtag, we love TikTok Shop. GLD. Oh, GLD. We're in a narrow state on GLD. You see that? You're in a narrow state on GLD. What position are we in? What position are we in? Anybody know? Anyone know what position we're in? 2? No. 3? Yes. We are in position 3 to the upside on GLD. So what are we looking for? We are looking for that major resistance. Bam! There she blows right there, everybody. All right? Now, since we're in 3, we also have to put in our support levels coming back down the wickets. See it? Bam! There's your support levels. Now, GLD, narrow, position 3. Now, since you're narrow, you have support here at 398. You do have room for one leg up to $400.50. Watch that $400. You want to get under 397.45 for a move back down to 396. If we put in now our gap, that is our gap. Our 50% level is right here, right around 397. Right in here is our 50% level. Does everybody see this? From here to here, that's our 50% level right there. If we get under 397, 396, you got to retest this 397, all right? You're narrow. You're in position 3. You got to come back. Watch the gap and nap. How did I get this smart? I'm not smart. I'm just smart at doing this. I'm not smart at anything else. But if you did this for 21 years and didn't quit like a psychotic, you would be good at it too. All right, here we go. Yes, I call myself that. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 1 on PLTR, but we got a problem. You go to the higher time frame, 185, we got a granddaddy and a whole number. We don't like that. Know how many times I have traded into granddaddy or a whole number in my life? Probably longer, more than how old your grandparents are. So if your grandparents are like in their 80s, I've traded into a 280 more times. Telling you. We are in a narrow state, position 2. We got room up to 185, 200, right? 200. So at the open, do we want to take that on? Do we want to take this on? Bam! Right into the whole number. Right into TLRY. Don't beg. I'll do it in a second. Do we want to take that on? No. We want to get over 185 and let's retest it. Let's get over it, right? We go through the door. We open the door and we go through the door. I told you that story about my sister's friend Carmen, right? When they were little and Carmen came over to her house, she came through the front door and she said, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Voss. Where do we go? Where's Cheryl?" And they said, "Go downstairs, go through the door," and she's in the basement playing. All of a sudden, my parents heard this. Boom! 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 My mom and dad were like, "What the hell is going on?" They went downstairs and they saw Carmen trying to go through the door. So they asked her, "Carmen, what are you doing?" "Well, you told me to go through the door." "Carmen, you have to open the door and go through it." The poor thing was banging into the door with her face, trying to go through the door. Get over 185, go through the door, retest it. Then you have room up to 190 and 195 to the upside. All right, to the downside, we got to get under 181.59, and then you have room down to 176. 176. Got it? Good. What else are we looking at? Yeah, she passed away, God rest her soul. AVGO, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone on AVGO. All right, AVGO, we got a lot going on here. What is all of this right here? What are all those lines right there on AVGO? Finish those first set of roses off, my beautiful traders. We got a problem. Houston, to the upside. We got a lot of resistance. This is a lot of resistance. Do you see it? Look at that, to the upside. Do we want to go long into that? Who wants to go long into that? No, you're not going into that. You want to get over 371.26. Then you have room up to 381 and 388. You're not doing anything long until you get over 371.26 on this. So in order to do that, you got to wait. Under 354.99. We got room down to 337.42. That'll be your first stop, and then 329. Thank you, my Will. I mean, look at this. How many traders do you think know that this exists this morning? How many traders know they are about to run into that bad boy right there? Now you know. TLRY, the old penny stock over here for Mason. We got the penny stock. All right, let's see what we got. Neutral state whip zone currently on the old Penaroonie here. Let's help Mason boy out. All right, here we go, Mason. You are in a neutral state, position 1 currently. Position 1, Mason. You got room up to $13.27, $14 here, okay? That is your first set of resistance. Above 14 with a retest, you have room up to $15. If your broker has shares available, too short, under $11, you got room down to $10 and $9.50. About 9-10 years, hoodie. Uh-oh. Nastrom, we got one. We got one, everybody. Are we ready? Hold on. Hold on. The wizard is here. Thank God. Wizard. Yes, we got a problem. Nastrom says there's news out on QNCCF. Quantum news. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's news out on quantum. Oh, my God. It's all right, Wizard. Calm down. What do you think about that? Oh, my God. I can't believe there's news. The news, the news, the news. You want to tell Nastrom anything? Yes. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. That is the wizard of the day. Yes, it is. The quantum wizard. The wizard. We are at 90,000 taps. We're going at 200,000. Let's go. Whisper wants a little OMC. Good job, Whisper. We're going to do OMC for Whisper now. Shh. All right, my beauty, here we go. Narrow whip zone here on OMC. Let's mark out our levels. The news, the news, the news. I love when they trade that news. They sit there like little rabbits. Oh, the news, the news. All right, above 80.31, we got room up to $81. And then 82.50 on OMC. Back under 79.81, we got room down to 79.44, 79.21, and $79. There you go, my beautiful Whisper. Good or bad news, we don't care. Usually when you get good news, the stock goes down. Usually when you get bad news, the stock goes up. April, that'll tell you a lot about the news. All right, here we go on the Qs. The Qs, we are in a bearish neutral state bullish position 2. 618, watch it. 620.52, 623. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. Under 611.81, we got room down to 5.99. Jay Dobbins, wait a minute. Everybody right now. I want everybody right now for our amazing Jay Robbins. It was his birthday this weekend. It was Jay Robbins' birthday this weekend. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing happy birthday to Jay Dobbins. Everybody W in the chat. Happy birthday, Jay. Happy birthday to you. I'm sorry over there on the tubes. You couldn't hear the song. You got to talk to them about that. But happy birthday to our VIPer, Jay Dobbins. Let's go, baby. Hood. Hope it was an amazing birthday, my friend. All right now we are in a neutral state. We're in the whip zone on Robinhood. Above 121, you have room up to 122 and 125 here on Robinhood. Under 118.54, we have room down to 112.50 on Robinhood. Merrill, thank you, Merrill. Gilly, thank you so much. We're almost there. Best EMA indicator, David, none of them. Miss Market. Miss Market, we are in a bearish neutral state. We are in position 2. Miss Market, don't chase it. I'm telling you right now. Let this catch up first. We got room up to 689 on Miss Market. Back under 680 whole number traders. We have room down to 676.39, 676 area. Oh, thank you, my beauties. Thank you for those glorious, glorious, glorious roses. All right, it's time for the money guns. Thank you, Shelly. K. Braden Merrill, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Nvidia. All right, on Nvidia, we are in a bearish neutral state. Bearish neutral here on Nvidia. Okay? So let me show you this. See this neutral state? That is bearish. You're in a bullish position. The state trumps the position. Okay? Don't chase this, or you're going to get tails all over the place. We need that 20 to catch up before we can go long on this. Then you'll have room up to 179 and then 182 here on Nvidia this morning. All right, my beauties? We're going to pull this back. Under 174.62, you got room down on 169.50 here on Nvidia. Thank you, Will the Thrill! The first money gun! Yes, it is! XOM for Tiana Monet. Thank you for all the new followers. If you're here for the first time on the YT or the Tick of the Tack, hit that follow button. We are on every day for you. Every day. We're in a narrow state on XOM. Yes, we could do GLD next. You got it, Slime. Slime Darkness. I like that. All right, here we go on XOM. Are we ready? Above 119, you have room up to 119.36. Currently, the whip zone level right now is 118.94. We're not trading into whole numbers here. So get over 119, 119.36, and 119.63 as you make your way up to 120, all right? You got a pivot right here at 120 as well. So we got the pivot. Hold on. We got the pivot, and we got the whole number at 120. You got some resistance going up there, so be careful. Under 118.59, you have room down to 118.36 and 118 hold number as we head over to GLD. GLD gold, baby. Narrow position 2 here on GLD. All right, you're starting to get into that position 3 here. Yeah, close. Above 398.20, you have room up to $400.50. Watch $400 hold number. Back under 397. We talked about this. You have room back down to 396 on GLD. Oracle. All right, folks, what do you notice about Oracle? Oh, boy. What do we notice about Oracle? VIP, you should be all over this. What do we notice about Oracle? Thank you, Paolo. April Stapleton. Chad, he is. We got one more money gun. Who got it? Whip zone, yes, but that's not why. He's very good, Norman. This guy knows everything. I love it. Norman, we are in a narrow base. He is. Narrow base. Under one. Oh, I got to put the rest of the levels in. Looks good. Got a double deuce down here at 186. All right, here we go on Oracle. Are we ready? Coming out of that narrow base, we got room down to 186 here on Oracle. 186. Back over 191, we have room up to 194 and 195. Watch that narrow base. Good job, Mr. Dave. Jay Clark, you learned all of that in the VIP. And Mr. Dave will tell you where to go to get into that VIP. Apple. All right, Apple right now, narrow position 2. We got room up to 280, 281 here on Apple. Back under 276.94. We got room down to 276 and 274. Remember, we got an alert out on Apple. What am I trading right now? I will be looking at Apple at the open. I will be looking at Apple at the open. I don't trade pre-market. That's for novices. SMCI. SMCI, we are in the whip zone. We are in a neutral state here on SMCI. Double deuce down here at $31. We got the old double deuce. All right, here we go on SMCI. Back over 33.08. You have room up to 33.52. $34 and $34.61 on SMCI. Under the whip zone of $32. Get under the whole number. You have room down to $31. I got a question for everybody. Why is SMCI's channels more narrow than AMD? Amazon. Anybody know? Who knows why? Why are the channels on SMCI more narrow than Amazon? ATR, correct. Very good, VIP. Love you guys. Boy, you guys got a good trainer in that VIP. How do I get in there? You know all these answers. Where the hell are you getting that amazing education from? I want to get in there. Amazon. Narrow. Position 1. We got room up to 229 on Amazon. You see right here, it's getting a little tight. Major resistance up here at 229. I love you guys. 229, our first level of resistance on Amazon to the upside. To the downside, let's get under 225 hold number. Get under the hold number. You got room down to 223. We're at 510 shares. Let's do better than that and repost. Everybody share the live. IWM, let's go. Listen, folks, TikTok only requires me to put in 25 minutes a day. I'm already at 44. So if we don't share the live, we're just going to get off. I put my hours in. Right now, we are in a bearish neutral state. We are in position 2. We got room up to 258.20 on IWM. Under 253.45, we have room down to 250.50. And then 250. Whoops. There we go. Thank you for the shares. I love you guys. Who's got that last money gun? Who got the money gun? Shelly, the super fan, is back. Vega Google. Vega, we are narrow position 2. You got room up to 314 and 317 here on Google. Under the whip zone of 309.48, you have room down to 307. Chad with Uber, Marianne, and the skipper too. Thank you, beautiful, for the heart puff. I appreciate you. Thank you, Life Wonders, for the rose. Chad, thank you so much. Pootie! Hello, my Pootie with the cheeky Pootie! Let's go, Pootie! Right now, we are in a narrow state on, I almost said Pootie, on Uber. We are in position 2 to the downside. I almost said Pootie. Ho, ho, ho. All right, we are narrow. We are in position 2. We got room down to $83. Major resistance, support level here. $83 here on Uber. Back over 85.73. You have room up to 86.50 on Uber. Let's go. All right, I'm going to give 20 seconds to get that money gun. We got 20 seconds left. Here we go. Bump, 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 bump. Thank you, Weenie, for the follow. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Gilbert! Thank you, my Gilbert. eBay. You like eBay, Tracy? I tried to trade eBay once or twice. And let me tell you what happened, Tracy. I'm going to do it for you right now. Hold on. This is what happened when I tried to trade eBay. Ready? I got in eBay and I went, oh, and it was Tuesday. And I woke up, it was Tuesday. I was like, what the hell happened? And my eBay stock went up about 3 cents. All right, here we go. We are in a neutral state, position 1 on eBay. I said to myself, that was a good nap. All right, here we go. eBay, neutral. First stop, my beautiful Tracy, 85.64. And then we got room up to 86.40. Thank you, Mike V. Mike V, yes it is. Under the whip zone of 84.96, we have room down to $84 on eBay. What's the ATR on eBay these days? Anyone know? Can someone look that up for me? What's the ATR on eBay? This MU and then NQ coming up. Fit Wakely, I have Apple on watch. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 here on MU, everybody. 2.14. All right. All right, MU. Neutral bearish position 2. You got room up to 253 and 256 here on MU. Yes. Under 239.77, we have room down to 234.43 and then 228 on MU. All right, we have somebody's Guppreet says 0.51, and then we have other people saying 2.41. Then we got somebody else saying 2.17, then a 2.32. What analytics am I using, Tucker? Oh, tacos. I love tacos, Tucker. Right here, between these ears are my analytics. I love tacos. You make I love tacos, everybody. If that's one thing you want to know about me, I love tacos, man. I love them. We are in I'll give you a narrow state here on PLTR. 185 to the upside. First stop, 185, okay? Above 185 with a retest, you have room up to 190 on PLTR. Get under 181.59 on PLTR, and we have room down to 176. $2? All right, I'll give you $2. We got to do NQ. Who wants a little NQ? Who wants a little NQ? I hope you watched this last time. Look. Ready? Boom. Boom. Retest. Boom. Retest. Down. Back up. Okay. NQ. Listen, folks. What do I always tell you? I don't make the rules. I just follow them. I used to try to make them, okay? And that's why I was bad. 225, 499.50. I used to try to make the rules. The market's going to do what I think it's going to do. The market's going to do what I say it's going to do. And then Miss Market went, and I said, okay, I follow you. Oh, okay. I follow you, Miss Market. Okay, yes. NQ above 25 to 330. We got room up to 25 for 499.50, 25 604.50. I suggest a lot of you do the same thing. Under 25 127.50. You have room down to 24 735. Yes, just like when my wife gives me a honeydew list, I go, okay. Oh, okay. Dishwasher, laundry, washing machine, leaves. Okay. Just like when you were dating again. Remember when you were like, you and your significant other were dating for the first 2 years? You would do whatever she said. Or he said. You know what I'm saying? You would do whatever. And then once you get married, you're in year 5. You're like, no way, you do it. You do it. And then by year 8, you're like, you're back to that way again. Okay. You know why, men. You know why. Come on. By year 8, you're again. Year 23. Congratulations. Year 23. Whoa, baby. I like that. He must be eating bones, dog bones now. April's going, come here. Take this dog bone. Above 279, we got room up to 280 and 281. I got Apple on watch here this morning. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything with it, but I got it on watch. Under 276.94, we got room down to 276 and 274. MSTR, let's go. Too many people in here whine. Has anyone noticed that? He didn't look at my question. MSTR. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, boy. Are we glad World War II was fought when it was? All right, here we go. Neutral state. We are in position 1 to the downside here on MSTR. We got room down to 171.50, 171.50, and 167. Yes. Above 180.33, we got room up to 184 and 186 on MSTR. Thank you, Anya Spots. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm going to pin that. I like it. We got more roses to finish off. Let's go. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Can we finish off these roses? We're going to do the roll call. Adorable Dad, Soki, Daniela, Michelle, Will the Thrill, Mike V, Michelle, Jay Gilbert, Kelly, Prince. I love you guys. Let me start up at the top here. Hold on. Whoop. Andrew the Believer, Marcus, Candy, the Trucking, Goopre, None, User, Shelley Stringer, John, Paulo, Jessica Pilach, Love, April Stapleton, Hector, Davion, Joe, Michelle, Mabel, Christina Zahn, Daniela, Davion, Life Wonders, Andrew. Did I get everybody? I got everybody. Life Wonders, Merrill. Love you, Merrill. Gilly. Yes, Chad, Paulo, Prince B, Jay Gilbert. What Candy Shop says, what crypto is this? This is the Voss coin, VOSS. Got to take a look at VOSS coin. Amazing. Went up over $3,000 in a minute today. Take a look at that Voss coin. Thank you, everyone. Can we finish those roses? We're almost there. We're almost there. Roses. I love you all so much. All new VIPers will get you tagged up here shortly. Remember, it's Monday, folks. Mondays and Fridays are always choppy. Chop, chop, chop. So be patient. Wait for your 5-minute setups, okay? Don't rush. You're just going to lose. Do not rush in the markets. Take your time, all right? We're almost there. Roses, we're almost there. Have a great day, everybody. I love you all so much. Make the world a better place. Give somebody a hug today. Give somebody a hug today. Be nice, and let's rock and roll.